What's up, guys? I'm AUSSIE METALHEAD. I'm doing 150 classic albums for the end of the year. I'm also doing a bunch of Patreon requests. And this Summrs album was requested on my Patreon for $5 a month. You can request an album that's 50 minutes or less, or you get to pick an album from the 360 albums that I list on my classic album list to request no matter the length, and I will do it. I don't know much about this artist. I know it's Plug and B because I looked it up to do this on the side, but yeah, I'm curious to jump into it. Plug and B overall, I think I kind of like it. I still don't even know roughly what it is, but I know it's SoundCloud sort of based stuff, and it feels like the spiritual successor to a lot of the stuff that ended up happening like the late 2010s when it comes to SoundCloud rap, with the emo rap, cloud rap sort of stuff. Like it's in that sort of ballpark to me, and like kind of feels like it lives in a similar space to maybe Rage Underground a tiny bit, even though it doesn't sound much like Rage. So I'm curious to delve into this one. I've only heard about like 2 or 3 Plug albums, so let's keep it going.
Back then in high school, they shitted on me. But guess who do the shit now? Guess who do the talking now? Back then, bitches didn't want me, rather fuck my homie. Guess who they?
I like the production.
I ain't get everything I deserve, yeah. They say the drink is holding me back. Say I fell off, but look at my stats. Say she ain't fucking this boy, girl. I ain't listening to y'all raps. Cause it's just me and gang up here. There's so much money when the shit is till. 6 snakes to my rear mirror. Smile looking like a chandelier. She ain't getting no special service, put her up on the lid. Watch how I move before I get killed. Yeah. And I'm just be keeping it real. No, I ain't putting no ad-lib. Cause I ain't need them just to say the real. Recapping my life, I don't know how I got this. Put my grandma.
I like the production, and his rapping skill is decent, but I don't feel like it's melding together for me on this track just yet.
And it fucked me up, I really shed tears. Fucked me up so bad that I was paying for pills before I paid the bills. I was supposed to text her back when I had signed my deal. She said she was proud of me. She always knew I'd be a prodigy. I wish I would've picked my phone up and hit you back, man, honestly. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. I miss you, Brenda. Wish me the best.
I actually don't mind the vocals. I don't mind the rapping. I think the rapping's pretty decent. I also kind of like the production a lot. I'll try and explain the issues I have with this after I chat about something. But if you haven't watched one of my videos before, you can go to over here is my first listen ratings. These are subject to change. I listen to these projects multiple times over before I post them to my Discord, where you can chat to me about my ratings, and I also post it to my album of the year with a written review. And you can see the list of about 1,200 albums I've listened to in the past like year and a bit, and all the ratings and the reviews that go along with that. On the top of that list, on the favorites tab, from right to left, you can see the next 5 albums that I'm going to be uploading to my YouTube. So it's a bit of a sneak peek. My average rating is a 6 out of 10. I solely think that's because I listen to more good stuff than bad, because I'm mostly listening to Patreon requests, where people are requesting classic albums and requesting their favorite projects from people like Summrs. And if you're going to request the best albums from artists, I'm going to be listening to mostly good stuff. So that's why I think it averages out to be about a 6 out of 10 instead of a 5 out of 10, which I think is spiritually my rating system, because if something's a 5.1, I think it's above average. When I'm thinking about this track, I actually don't know my thoughts on it too much. I think this one will take a few re-listens, because if we talk about like mixing or mastering, for the record, I'm a layman. So that's why I'm going to use these sort of analogies, because I've never fucking done it, and take it with a grain of salt. But if we view flow and basically being able to hit like the beats and everything when you are using your delivery on a horizontal axis when it comes to time, I think he hits the beats. I think when a beat hits, he's on top of it. And the reason I'm talking about this in more broad terms like this is because underground artists, they sometimes mess up on like the tiny little fundamental sort of stuff for me, and it kind of, I don't think he's doing that when it comes to horizontal axis. When it comes to like a vertical axis, when it comes to the auditory mixing when it come in relation to his vocals and the production, I don't think they jive well together. So they feel disconnected. I wouldn't be able to diagnose the problem because I'm not a fucking professional. But to me, when I'm listening to this, it doesn't feel like the vocals are in tandem with the beat on a vertical sense when it comes to the mix related in relation to not the time signature and the flow and when he's hitting the beats. Hope that makes sense. It just, yeah, the connective tissue doesn't feel there, despite the fact that on the vocal track line and on the production track line, I fuck with it. I like what they're doing. Like, the production sounds very clean. His rapping is pretty nice. It's just, they feel disconnected to me. So I think I'm gonna give it like a 4, but that's a lovely 4. That's a 4 given with some roses and flowers, because I do think like the aspects of the track are pretty decent, but it doesn't connect well to me. Eyes very itchy. I wonder why. Ooh, I like how encompassing this beat is. Yeah, for whatever reason, this one feels like it fits with the mix a bit more. Like, the vocal effects on his voice feel like it works in tandem with the production.
I was up in the drop, on my Glock, on my top. Bad bitch giving top, up in the drop, tell her don't stop. Bitch better not spit a while. I'ma kick her to the curb. Yeah, that bullshit for the bad. I got a bad addiction for the side. I get so high, slur my words. These numbers got me dead. They so full, put me in the hurt. Nothing about you, truck doing the most. Yeah, nasty gas, then I got ghosts. Yeah, left his ass, he ain't catching me, huh? Yeah, my Glock attacks, they ain't catching me, though. Yeah, they roll pop his ass, if you play with me, though. And I keep some petty cash, you can call it Cheetos. Yeah, he keeps some petty cash, you can't even flex those.
This is quite fucking good.
I ain't on a jet, though. And I think his bitch bad, he better keep it close. I told you to keep it real from the beginning. That was all you had to do, and we would never ever end. You ain't even being yourself, you trying to keep up with the image. Could've been forever, but you ain't wanna even listen. Birds fly together, it don't matter if it's windy. I told you were something special, I don't know if you get it. Brush it off like whatever, but you gotta just listen.
I'd say this is like a 7.5. Like, I think it makes me want to diagnose the issue on the first track. For me personally, again, all this stuff, as much as I have like a more critical lens when it comes to talking about the music, despite the fact that I'm a layman, I have like a critical layman's opinion, if that makes sense. It's just my subjective opinion. I'm basically just trying to say why something doesn't work well to me, and I try and be as open-minded to all forms of music, so I don't have like a big like a bias towards, I don't know, hating country or something like that. I try and keep open mind. But there are going to be things I don't enjoy. And now, when I'm listening to this, the thing that I picked up on was the fact that I think the vocal effects on this, the vocal line mixed in with the beat here is quite fucking good. And it lets both of them shine. And it makes me want to pause this recording, which I will do, to listen to the first track to see if that's actually my issue. Because I did notice a tiny bit that I felt like the vocals were maybe a bit too clean in the mix. So let me see. Alright, so the beat has a bit of a crunch to it, a tiny bit, on the first track. But it's mostly like a pretty, think like wind chimey sort of sound, where it's like these brighter sounds, but his voice has the vocal effects that would be encompassed with a more distorted production, and I think it just doesn't work stylistically with that. See? That's, now that I've listened to that, and that's my issue with it. So, yeah, let's go to the next track. It makes actually, like, because everything is pretty well made, it's just more like macro decision on the first track that I didn't love. it makes me think that like the rest of this project's probably going to wow me a bit because the production and the vocal performances are nice.
I'll be happy when they let my niggas out the can. All my niggas got drums on them like we a band. You don't really let me how bitch.
Like, yeah, he does have like a crunchy sort of vocal distortion here. And he's on a prettier beat now, so it kind of works.
My life so exquisite, I'm sipping on drunk with friends. These niggas don't sip, they'll rather kill themselves for the trend. She ain't really loyal to the nigga, she just rather do it for the ground. Said she don't like rap, niggas can't let her figure out who I am. Fuck that LA shit, I'd rather go kick it with the fam. Always fuck me, how bitch ass nigga better not let it jam. How you in the thigh, ain't just let my niggas have me hit it in the lounge. Gone on the joint 24/7, can't even feel my leg. This mean the song when I see you in person, remember what you said. I flash out this bitch and start saying nothing but red. On stage with my heater, my people got heaters. I'm up in the cat, this bitch fast like a cheetah. Missing my niggas, I hope that they free. Say one round thing and big that road the leader. My niggas surf with my PV and your people. You can look in my eyes and just tell it I'm me. We tell if your nigga is snake if you read him. Bring me that nigga, hey, he did me dirty. I'm easy to fuck with, just show me you worth it. That's it. I'll be happy when they let my niggas out the can. All my niggas got drums on them like we a band. You don't really let me how bitches keep it a band. My nigga come walk your ass down with a
Is Plugin B inspired by a decent amount of like Little Uzi Vert stuff? Like vocally, there feels like there's some remnants here.
These niggas don't sip, they'll rather kill themselves for the trend. I'll be happy when they let my niggas out the can. All my niggas got drums on them like we a band. You don't really let me how bitches keep it a band. My nigga come walk your ass down with a fan. Baby, I'm hot now, bitch, I need me a fan. My life so exquisite, I'm sipping on drunk up in friends. These niggas don't sip, they'll rather kill themselves for the trend.
I was leaning between like two numbers, and I'll be a bit more positive. I think this is a good track. I was thinking like 6.5 or a 7. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good track. I like the vocals. I like the production. This is kind of what I was just talking about, where like I think like the entire project is actually going to be pretty fucking nifty. Also, why is there a silence for 5 seconds? But I think it's going to be pretty nifty overall, because it was just like a macro decision on the first track. Ooh, I really like this. This is cute. I love when these underground artists are a bit cutie patootie.
I seen a woman that looked just like you. You couldn't even see Kobe graduate school. Nadia grew up, got her boyfriend too. You might got a grandbaby on the way soon. And it's crazy cause I don't even know if it's true. You know how these hoes will do. These labels still trying to get your grandbaby too. Not a day I go by, I don't think about you. I wish you was still here on this earth with us. Pussy fight with my girlfriend cause I don't know if I can trust. Feel like everybody here against me, granny please come pick me up. I'm still pouring up in the name of you. Can't express how much I really miss you. Mama, I'm still down here grieving over you. Mama still down here crying over you. I seen a woman that looked just like you. I wish you was there to see your grandson graduate school. Nadia grew up, got her boyfriend too. And I'm saying all this cause Brenda, I miss you.
Yeah, this is a great song. I really do think like these more sentimental and like sentimental tracks really work with underground artists, and it is really nice. Like I feel like with my understanding of like the scene and shit like that, I really do like how Little Uzi Vert and the way they present themselves alongside Playboi Carti allowed for it to feel more acceptable to make tracks like that, express yourself in a less like orthodox masculine sort of way. And I think it's kind of fucking top tier, and that's a part of the reason why I like the tracks that delve into these more sentimental pieces and have like these more cutesy sort of productions and stuff like that. But then also like on top of that, because people haven't been doing it, it's a bit scarce, so it does feel a bit special when you hear it. So it's not just like, oh, from like a broader societal level, I enjoy it. It's like I just enjoy it because it's like you don't really hear it as much, and I fuck with it.
I speak for the real. I wish Billy was here so she come save me. I've been gone off the drugs for like 8 weeks. I just told my bitch she cannot replace me, but she know that, so I ain't even gotta say nothing. I ain't even gotta say much. My Glock got no safety. I feel like the world hate me. Give a fuck who you is, I ain't making no song, bitch, nigga pay me. And me and Rossi got a thing for each other. She can't get to me, so she tryna get fame over fucking my brother. Do some whole shit, you ain't coming back from it. My nigga, you gon' suffer. For real. We was like 8 deep up in the big body. Gotta learn to control myself. Sometimes I crash without thinking about it. But actions speak for itself, don't talk about it, just be about it. Gotta keep my pole, can't be a victim, my nigga just got his first body. Message to my unborn son, you grow up, don't touch it from nobody. Yeah, the sky's the limit, don't let nobody say you can't.
There's a nice level of maturity on this, which is cool.
But then I took a chance, then I charged it to the game. Praying I don't get at a red light, cause I got something to live for. I gotta live.
They're very loose about stuff, which I like.
God forgive me for my sins. My ex bitch did me wrong, so it's hard to let you in. Pray for all my niggas in the can convict the feelings. Can't even see they kids, and that's why I don't take this shit for granted. I really do miss my granny.
Yeah, I like the vulnerability.
I wish Billy was here so she come save me. I've been gone off the drugs for like 8 weeks. I just told my bitch she cannot replace me, but she know that, so I ain't even gotta say nothing. I ain't even gotta say much. My Glock got no safety. I feel like the world hate me. Give a fuck who you is, I ain't making no song, bitch, nigga pay me.
I think it's another great song. I think I might have it over the last one, but it's hard to say because I do like both for very similar reasons. I think due to the nature of like the loose Playboi Carti sort of music, and how that like shaped the underground shit like that, and the fact that like it comes from a more absurdist place, it kind of lends itself for people to not be as authentic when it comes to realizing their emotions a bit, and also doesn't allow for as much maturity to talk about like topics that really bother you. It does open yourself up to be able to express yourself in more like a wider different avenues, like let's say Playboi Carti painting his nails, or like Lil Uzi Vert being non-binary, that sort of thing. It allows you to express yourself in that sort of way, in a more aesthetic sense, in a different way. But like when it comes to the music, they have a very absurdist leaning to them, especially Carti, and I feel like it lends itself for the underground to not have many tracks like this where they're just speaking from the heart. And I think I really fuck with that. Like, I just really like the authenticity that is on display there. Shows a decent amount of maturity because, yeah, speaking of, like to quote, Matty Healy from 1975 or whatever, he made a song called Sincerity and is scary. And in this, like, more internet age sort of shit, which I grew up in as well, by the way. I'm sounding very unk, but, like, I grew up in that too. A lot of, like, irony and satire and jokes and stuff like that is the majority of the way of communication. I think that is bearing out in a lot of Too Slimy or fucking Playboi Carti or something like that. It's speaking through this like absurd fucking form of communication. So it is a bit going against the grain to just be sincere, talk from the heart, and it can be scary. So I like that he does it. I think it's a very commendable trait that he has in the past 2 tracks, like being like, oh, I'm just fucking, I miss my granny, and let me, like him talking about like, oh, message on my unborn son, that all these like more real shit to talk about. I kind of fuck, I fuck with it, especially in this medium that doesn't have it. It's cool. It doesn't have it as much.
What do you desire?
I do like Plug's beats when it comes to this sort of sound. It's cool. It reminds me of like a video game of Reassessing and stuff like
that. I'm back and I'm better than ever. Give a fuck all shit on whoever. When I'm high, I go talk to the devil. Falling out with my day one fellas. If I called you brother once, just know this nigga, I love you forever. But shit, stop asking me how I'm doing, it's all in the music. Just heard my mom and dad been getting into it. And I hate that they know they son been using. At first I was doing it to cope, but now
yeah,
I'm
I really fuck with the earnestness in his music.
Neglecting my baby sister. I hope that you know that I'm issue. I know we don't talk that much, we need to keep in touch, you growing up fast. These niggas better know your work, not play with you, or I'm on their ass.
How old was this dude when he met him?
Haven't talked to my baby brother. He said he been getting bullied. And
5 years ago? 21? Alright.
Take his soul. I looked at the little nigga crazy, cause he only 10 years old. And me and Jose was thugging, sitting back pulling up foes. I told him I'm losing control. The drugs that taking my soul. And I know that he feel me the most, cause he been down that road. Love you Kobe, love you Mari, love you Nadia, love you Ma, love you Dad, even though we don't see eye to eye. Love you Granny, love you CJ, love you Nanny, love you Pop, love you Sweet Pea, love you Uncle Josh.
I like you think it's kind of amazing. Like, I think I'll give it a 9. Like,
love you Papa, I love you Uncle Carlin, love all my supporters.
it's really nice.
Hope all is well.
Like having a shit, like just having every single track for the past 2 songs have just been having so much like earnestness within it. It's just a really nice change of pace.
Tell me that I'm the nigga that you dreamed of, and I hope that you not making this up. This damn near better than my link up. Knew you was the one when we linked up. I swear I can't make this up, cause you wasn't on nothing extra. You must to the end.
I like the guitar in the back, that's cool. Or like a guitar style tone. Because it could be synthetic.
Get locked up, hope that you call. But what if you don't call that? I got my stick and the cops come with you. If I go broke, baby, with you leave. Bring the gun, so could you be here for me? Don't need nothing else, you all that I need. Oh. And you say I need to stop just before we have a child of our own. I say I need you, but without you, this would not feel like home. So basically, what I'm trying to do is right all my wrongs. It's hard for me to express myself. I hope you can feel me through this song. Tell me that I'm the nigga that you dreamed of, and I hope that you're not making this up. This damn near better than my link up. I swear I can't make this up, cause you wasn't on nothing extra. You must take it and that's fuck. I think this could be something special. But what if it's nothing at all? But get locked up.
And now it takes like these tracks that talk about more like broader topics of like this, like I just miss you, I hope that you call, this sort of thing, like stuff that you could take as sort of like placeholder lyrics and shit like that. Because but now that we have the context of like what he's spoken about and he's been like more real on the tracks and stuff like that, it shades these tracks in a brighter light, in my opinion. Like, I would usually be like, oh, this is like a decent track, but like now that we have like the context of the prior songs, it feels a lot like, and he has this like air of earnestness about him. These sort of tracks start to have like a bit more meaning to me when I'm listening to them, and that's kind of sick.
If I go broke, baby, would you leave? Bring the gun, so could you be here for me? Don't need nothing else, you all that I need. Oh. Could you fall for someone else? Could be them, all they take is L's. And I don't need no help. Fucking a bitch that go to Yale. I just put some money on day road bill. I'm driving a Rolls Royce and Rodell. I'm stuck in the drugs, I'm deep. I got LV on my feet. Carry a lot of pain, it's heavy. Acne jeans, I got no crease. I get to the cheese, it just increase. I get to talking when I hear the beat. Yeah, all my flows heat. A, B, C, D, E, F, bitch, I'm a G. And I don't smoke no gas, but all my niggas keep tree. I remember hooping with my friends right there on P Street. I'm unlocking all doors for me. I got the key. Feel like I'm back in high school.
The beat feels less. I don't know. That was good for me.
I feel like Kobe. I'm the ring of the MVP. This bitch a clown. She should have worked at Mickey D's.
And then also like it goes away from like the more earnest lyrics. I feel like when he's leaning into his strengths, it works really well. But when he's doing stuff like this, if it could definitely be a part of like his personality, sure, but like it feels like just the cogs turning, nothing super interesting. Like I might be being harsh to it because like of the discrepancy between the tracks, but it's just like I just don't care about the track. Like maybe it is an as bad as intro or something, or like worse than intro, but I don't know. I get to the cheese, it just increase. I get to talking when I hear the beat. Yeah, all my flows heat. A, B, C, D, E, F, bitch, I'm a G. Truck on the highway, we gon' do this shit my way. How you gon' fuck my hoe? You ain't even get to first base. You gotta again,
be
like
bigger than that, bigger than that. I'm in a big ass cat, no Wi-Fi scat. I ain't hear his ass. I'm smoking on threads, smoking on Zod. Knock off his top. This big ass block, throw it away.
Like that, it's also weird that like the production is not as like clear and as high of the quality as like the tracks that delve into better like subject matter, I guess.
We gon' do this shit my way, 'cause it ain't
and also something like this isn't bad when it comes to subject matter in a vacuum, but when you've built up quite a few tracks, not just one, to show you a more deeper side, like 3 tracks in a row to be more internal, it just sets it up where like these tracks just feel more empty. But like if you had an entire album of these tracks, it's like, oh, this is just the style, it's fine. It's like placeholder stuff, it's fine. I don't know. It's like now that I've seen this potential, this stuff feels better.
You let me in that note, I'm getting that. Yeah. You're a truck on the highway, we gon' do this shit my way.
I do think it sounds alright. I'll say it's decent, because I like it sonically a bit more, but even if it's lower quality sonically and lyrically for me than like the other, like the best tracks on this project.
It's the first 48, first 48, yeah. It's the first 48. Back to the drugs, back to the money, back to the life. I don't listen to you when you're high, cause you just talking out of spite. You'll say some certain shit just to see us fight. You know my coach purple is clean in the Sprite. Back to the basics when I love talking in the mic. Now it's like I don't care about nothing but getting fried. You told me you and her go both ways, you buy. So if you stop by, you know to bring her by. You fucked up cause you love to look in my eyes when you lie. If you don't lie that way, then you feel like you ain't do it right. You tell me I should go fuck with her cause you know my type. Think you finna play with me, bitch, I'm not that guy. Think you finna lay with me, bitch, I'm not that guy. Think you finna stay with me, bitch, you better think twice. Took your friend on vacay with me, living her best life. You gon' try to get back, but 2 wrongs will make it right. Drake got kickback, I ain't tryna do no fight. 41 my wrist, I swear every carrot fight. Back in the day, I hoop dreams, I was tryna be like Mike. Nowadays, everything got put out, touch the charts. I carry pain, I miss my grandma, it's coming from the heart. That shit still fuck with me, hit me every time it get dark.
I don't mind the lyrical content on this one more, but like the production doesn't hit me as
Every
much.
time we step out, they be knowing who we are. Back then I wasn't motivated, it was complicated. Down bad and then I found you, baby. Went by the mic and I was dedicated.
Oh, that's
Everything
decent.
I was putting out, they try to replicate it. Black and white diamonds, my neck, them hoes ain't segregated. I might go
I like
big in
how
the AMG,
vaguely
I
more
get
positive feelings than
decapitated.
negative on
Back
this
in my
track,
song,
so.
on schedule 2, I'm so reactivated. You like a bull ride cause you drive me crazy. You'll call me out my name and tell me I'm aggravated. I had to go put 100 up, I had to confiscate it. They scared, they know how I get in my zone, it's devastating. Not off way too hard, I'm too elevated. You remember when I hit 100K, you made a cake and then we celebrated. Just to sum it all up, baby, I'm glad we made it. Know that I go everywhere with that Draco. Can't get caught down bad, I gotta keep it close. Know I go everywhere with my fire. Keep it close to me, why would you try? Don't get close to me, you just might fly. Bitch, don't play, you know I keep my foe. Oh, yeah, put 'em up, bitch, you ain't fooling us. Yeah, I get real suited up, yeah, I get booted up. Yeah, she know the way that I hold in my ride. She tryna go shoot us on. I get so hot like I'm talking to God. You better respect me, my bitch is vet me. I'ma fuck up because she gon' let me. Rockin' Subies with the SB and the G63, bitch, you can't catch me. This shit too easy, keep a Glock on me because I'm ready, it get deadly. I was still sippin' drink up in the drop. These niggas so broke, that's they mama house, they kept out. How the fuck he up a 20-piece on the ground but sleeping on the couch? I done made like $500,000, can't vouch. Go to sleep up in a Rolls Royce in the backseat with the pillows. My niggas there, out the window. Some of my guys, they do the scams off of the Venmo. Question the Ruger 57, that bitch, he got the extender. He covered that bitch and she got hit by the whole gang. You ain't never pressed shit in your whole life, but the buzzy gang. She tryna fuck on me first, so I'm tryna build her name. Crazy how these bitches will do anything for fame. My heart so cold like the blood in my motherfucking veins. You gotta stay
A very
on track
stagnant
every day like a
flow.
motherfucking train.
I like delivery here.
I get my nigga a stick before you get a chain.
Like the way he's doing is just like before you get a chain. No, and then he's just going with an ain, but he's just doing a no, and it's like throughout the entire track, and that's a pretty studded flow that I don't fuck with too hard. Everything else just doesn't sound too bad about the track, but like that flow, I'm not a massive fan of.
Right out of the bank. Know that I go everywhere with that Draco.
And especially with the repetitive nature of the beat, and then that repetitive flow for like most of the album, most of the track, I mean, it's like not the best.
Bitch, don't play, you know I keep my foe. Oh, yeah, put 'em up, bitch, you ain't fooling us. Yeah, I get real suited up, yeah, I get booted up. Yeah, know the way that I hold in my ride. She tryna go shoot us on.
Yeah, like the beat is just done like basically the same repeated phrase. His flows are just repeated, and there's not much lyrical content here, so on a re-listen, I might even go a bit lower, despite the fact that the clarity within the beat is actually not too bad. I don't mind it. Yeah.
Let's start off where we left off. In the cat, I bet I catch up. Silly nigga got a fit now. Silly nigga get picked up. In the line, she tryna get picked up. He's got wings, his ass will get picked up. Up in school, I used to get written up. She drop that ass and then she'll pick it up. Got an F in, it ain't no getting us. Hey, yeah, fuck you nigga, that lane fuck up on my liver. She don't like the way I live. I'm a heavy sipper. When you suck, I gotta feel your lips. I'm talking about kissing ya. 392 high, I ride. I took her out the hood, I put her ass up in a hot ride. The niggas never pop out with their because we outside. Yeah. She ain't sucking till her bye-bye. Yeah, I'm riding in the solo with a little hot ride. I'm cutting my chicken like Popeye. Bitch, I'm really him, I'm not your guy. Bitch, I'm really him, I can't be your guy. Yeah, and this shit they treat me like God. She stalking me out of my IG, she let her fantasize. I got her other IG cash, tryna get her panties to dry. Yeah, AMG riding off the line.
Unless I'm taking that differently. He's not trying to fuck someone that's on drugs. Good shit, bro.
Got me floating, yeah, I'm higher in the fucking sky. Niggas ain't got no
Not trying to take advantage of people. Good boy.
I'm living that bitch, I like to kinda lie. This little bitch, she like to lie. Stones on my neck and my wrist. Been lost myself in the tricks. Y'all really know how really deep this shit get. I been tryna fuck this one bitch, scratch off the list. Yeah. Let's start off where we left off. In the cat, I bet I catch up. Silly nigga got a fit now. Silly nigga get picked up. In the line, she tryna get picked up. Just got wings, his ass will get picked up. Up in school, I used to get written up. Shut that ass.
I'll say 7.5.
It ain't no getting us. Hey, yeah, fuck you nigga, that lane fuck up on my liver. She don't like the way I live. I'm a heavy sipper. When you suck, I gotta feel your lips. I'm talking about kissing ya.
I like this back passage too. I think it's a song that showcases perfectly like the two sides of Summrs that it can do well. This is great. Yeah, overall, I feel like he's a pretty fucking solid project. Like, he made a pretty solid project. I really like when he's able to, when he's a bit more creative in like the more upbeat tracks, and when he focuses more on like the real shit that he talks about in like some of his songs, and he's able to like show his heart a bit more. I think it gives a very unique dynamic within the space, and I think that's when he's at his best. Yeah, pretty decent project overall. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more by me and then want to support more, you can go to my Patreon. You can request that album, $5 a month, all that jazz. Or you can join the Discord and chat to me all the time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, yeah, you're absolutely amazing, and thank you for keeping me to be able to do this. I absolutely love it. So yeah, thank you. Love you. Peace.